Hi class, and welcome to family yoga, okay? Or family and friends, whoever you can try to get for your extra credit points to come join you. So let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna start in a standing position. To my right, I have my 8-year-old son, Bodie, my husband, Dave, and my other son, Hunter, who's eating an apple because apparently you can't wait 20 minutes. So
Healthy.
anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so our feet are together, our hands are right by our side. We're gonna take a nice deep breath in. Inhale, exhale, bring those arms up. Interlace those fingers, elongate all the way through the crown of the head. Slowly go to the right.
How do you do this?
Slowly come back up. Inhale, exhale, slowly go to the left. Good. We're gonna come all the way back up. We're gonna bring our hands to our sternum, and we're gonna go ahead and lift our left leg. So we're into our tree pose. Good. If you're having a hard time balancing like my son, you can always tap your toe down on the ground. Take a breath in. Exhale, bring those arms up. From our tree pose, we're going to go ahead and interlace those fingers, pull our knee in, and we're going to rotate that ankle around. Oh my God. Pull it together, kids! And release. Take a nice deep breath in. All right, we're going to lift our right leg up, bring our hands to our sternum. If you can, you're going to bring those arms up. That makes it a little bit harder with balance. We're going to interlace those fingers, pull the knees in, rotate that ankle around. We're going to go into a forward fold, which means we're going to be hinging at the waist. If you have any low back injury, make sure you just support yourself on your thighs. So take a breath in, inhale, exhale, down to the ground. So we're trying to touch the ground with our hands. We're going to bend those knees, help yourself come all the way back up. And again, deep breath in, exhale, all the way down to the ground. Bend the knees, slowly come all the way up. Excellent. Let's go ahead. We're going to drop our right hand down and we're going to grab onto that right foot. So maybe this is all we do right now. If you can, hinging at the waist, and you're going to go into dancer pose. So you're kicking the leg away from the body. Nice job, Bodie. We're going to go ahead and release that leg. Take a breath in, inhale. Left hand drops down, grab onto that foot, and the other side. Go ahead and release. A breath comes in, and we're going into that forward fold again, so all the way down to the ground. Bend your knees. Step back with your right foot and your left foot, and now we're in a nice strong plank position. Now we can also be down onto our knees as well. From this plank position, let's go ahead and lower ourselves all the way down to the ground, and we're just going to come up onto our forearms, so we're stretching out those abs. From this position, we're going to push ourselves back into child's pose. So our bottom goes to our heels, forehead to the ground. From child's pose, we're going to go ahead and come back into that plank position, or you can be on your knees. And we're going to lightly drop the hips down, looking up towards the ceiling, stretching out those abs. Now if that's too much for you, family and friends, you can drop down to those forearms. So whatever you'd like, either up on your hands, shoulders away from your ears, or on your forearms. From that up dog position, you're going to push yourself back into a down dog. So our feet are hip width apart. We're trying to get our heels on the ground. bend those knees just a little bit. Feel that stretch a little bit lower. And step it forward or hop it forward. Take a nice deep breath in. Inhale, hands come up. Good. We're going to bring those arms behind us, interlace those fingers, and stretch out the chest. Good. Slowly bring those arms to your right hip. Drop your right ear down. So we're stretching out those traps. If you want to work on balance at the same time, you could lift a leg. Slowly bring those arms over to the other side. Drop the ear down. And if you want to, you can lift that leg up. All right, class, we're going to do the warrior series a little different with our family and friends. So go ahead and release. We're going to stand to the very top of our mat. We're going to take a nice deep breath in, reach those arms up, take a step back with the right leg, and we're going into warrior one. Okay, so our right leg is back, other right leg bowed. There you go. Good. We're bending the lead leg, all right, and we're facing forward. So really bend that left knee. Good. From warrior one, we're just reaching out with those arms. And we're going to dive down, placing our forearm on our thigh, look up towards the ceiling. If you're able to, bring that hand all the way down to the ground. We're going to cartwheel that arm down into our hip flexor stretch. So you should feel a nice stretch in that back hip. If that's a little bit too much for you, you can just be in an upright position as well. If you can, hands on the ground, toe is in front of the knee. There we go. Excellent. All right, we're going to reach up with that left arm. All right, going into that nice spinal twist. Bring that hand back down into our plank position. Ooh, I can always be on my knees if I need to. I'm going to drop the hips down into my up dog, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, lift the hips up into your down dog. Exhale out. Bend the knees, hop it forward or step it forward. Bring those arms up. Inhale, reach up towards the ceiling. This time, left leg back into warrior one. From our warrior one position, we're going to reach out through those fingertips, going into warrior two. I can either bring my forearm on my thigh and I look up towards the ceiling, or I can bring that arm all the way down for bent angle. Cartwheel the arm all the way down for that hip flexor stretch, making sure that your right toe is in front of your right knee. Now, Bodhi is doing the advanced version with his shoulder underneath, and he could go into airplane. Yeah, or some sort of frog pose. All right, we're going to bring that right arm up for that spinal twist. Bringing that arm back down, we're going to go ahead, go into that plank position. Now, if your wrists have had enough, you can just rest in child's pose, or you can go ahead and go down into that hover. Exhale out, up dog. Stretching out those abdominals. Lift the hips up, exhale out, down dog. When you're looking down at your feet, they should be hip width, heels are on the ground, legs are straight. Those are really wide hips. Bend the knees, hop it forward or step it forward, and slowly come up. Big breath in. Excellent. Interlace those fingers, and let's go ahead and bring them to the front of the body. Excellent. And we're going to relax. All right, we're almost done. We're going to come down onto our hands and our knees. So this is our tabletop position. We're going to curl the spine, looking down towards our belly, and then head up, tail up. So this is our cat and cow stretch. So we're still on our hands and knees. Our knees should be underneath our hips. Here we go, and curl again. Exhale out. And then head up, tail up. Good. Going into wag the tail. So we look at our right hip, and then we look at our left hip. And we look at our right hip, and we look at our left hip. Nice. Going into bird dog, reaching out, right arm, left leg. Abs are pulled in. This is great if you've ever hurt your back. And switch. And switch one more time on each side. And switch. Good. All right, we're gonna go into Cobra. So we're gonna lay all the way down onto our belly. Our hands are gonna be on either side of our chest. We're pushing our legs into the ground, squeezing our bottom. We take a breath in. Exhale, and we lift the head up, and we're not trying to use those arms. This is strength of the low back. Relax down. And again, lifting up and back down. Pushing yourself into child's pose. So your big toes are touching, your knees are separated, and you're relaxing into your mat. From that child's pose position, we're gonna walk our hands to the right side of our mat, getting a nice stretch in those lats. And then slowly walk those hands to the left side of the mat. And come back to center. So now we're going to work on our shoulder flexibility. Okay, remember you can bend those elbows if that creates any pain in the shoulder joint. So we're going to come all the way down to the ground, and we're going to start with just a regular opposite arm, opposite leg. Okay, so working on that low back. Or you can go into Superman, lifting the arms and the legs, and relax down. And again, arms and legs, and back down. Okay, so now we're going to go into the I, Y, T, and M. So we're going to lift just our arms up, straight up like an I, bring them back down, come out wider, come up into a Y, set them back down, go wider, into a T, set them back down, and by our side, we lift our arms up, we lift our legs up, we shoot it through to that I again, and relax down. All right, here we go. I, Y, T, and M. Ready? I, set it back down, go wider. Y, set it back down, go wider. T, set it back down. By our side, we're gonna go into our M. Hold this position for 4, 3, 2, shoot it through, and relax down. Excellent. One more child's pose. Toes are touching, knees are separated. All right, we're going to go ahead and have a seat. Now, if you have a friend or a family member with you, one of you is going to sit down and the other one is going to stand up. If you don't have anybody with you, you can just go ahead and just hold that hamstring forward fold or forward bend stretch. Okay, I am going to stand behind Hunter. He's going to take a nice deep breath in, and Dave will stand behind Bodhi. And we're just going to gently on either side of the spine push him forward. He will tell me when he's had enough. How you doing? Good. Remember when you didn't clean up your mess yesterday? Okay, so you're just gently, okay, we're not taking out any aggression.
Wow.
And relax. Now we're going to stay here. Okay, I have my shin in his spine just for posture. He's going to place his hands behind his head. So Bo, can you do this too? And then as his chin is lifted up, I'm very gently going to bring those elbows back. He'll tell me when to stop. Is that okay? Those boys are so flexible. And relax. We're going to do one more. They're going to bend their knees, cross their ankles like crisscross applesauce. Okay? Yep, just like what Bodhi's doing. Okay? And then you're going to relax forward, and I'm going to push one more time. Nice job. Bodhi is once again doing the advanced version because his feet are on top of his thighs. Hunter, you want to try that? So if you want to, you can try that.
I would take your shoes off. Shoes off.
Well, he's probably going to pull something. All right, and switch.
I just pulled a vein.
All right, Bodhi, you're behind Dad. Hunter's behind me. Legs are straight. Take a nice deep breath in, very gently, one hand on either side of the spine. Go ahead and push forward. Remember, you don't want to push on their neck. Relaxing down. You should not feel any pain in that low back. If you do, then please let up a little bit. Okay, and a little lower with your hands. And relax. Good. Go ahead and slowly come up. We're going to go ahead and cross our ankles. We're going to bring our hands behind us. And you're going to place your shin or your knee in their back and pull back. Just a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
Gently. Center. Yeah, okay, sorry, stop.
Knees in my chest.
No, in his back. Put your leg by your back.
Knee him in the chest.
In the back.
Knee him in the back.
Like
He's so
what
tall.
Hunter's doing. What Hunter's doing.
All right, and relax. And now we're going to do that forward fold again. So they'll put their hand on either side of the spine and gently push forward, stretching out the glutes. And if there's 3 of you, one person just gets to go twice. The other 2 can do what we're doing. And relax. All right, everyone's back to their mat for our very last stretch and breathing. We're going to reach up with that right arm. Our legs are crossed. Drop that left arm down and open up all those obliques, those intercostal muscles. You can even slightly rotate a little bit if you want to. Remember, stretching should never be painful. It's just a little uncomfortable. All right, release. Left arm comes up. Right arm drops down. Slowly rotate if you'd like. And relax. All right, we're going to go ahead and place our hands on our thighs or our knees. Relax the shoulder down and away from the ears. So we're going to close our eyes. We're going to try to be as still as we can. We're going to take a nice inhale through the nose. And I want you to feel that into that belly breathing. Exhale out through the mouth. Inhale, belly goes out. Exhale, belly goes back in. So if you're having a hard time sleeping at night, or maybe your mind or your heart is racing, you can try a couple of these belly breaths to hopefully help you relax. Good. Last inhale, bring those arms up over the head. Hands come together, place them over your heart.